As you will recall, the company started out as Etisalat, and then it became a major competitive force in the industry. It reached its peak around 2014, 2016. This is when Etisalat really had the biggest bank in the market, celebrating 22 million subscribers. Unfortunately, the business could not sustain this whole competitive edge in the industry after the exit of Etisalat. I'm sure you all know why Etisalat exited and then what the stories are, so I don't want to belabor you with that. But since Etisalat has exited the market, the performance of the business has been on the decline. So as at the time the new shareholders and the new management took over the business was really grappling with multi-dimensional challenges and that we had to take on headlong. We have the issue of infrastructure. The overall infrastructure of the business has really not been upgraded. And so we're dealing with a lot of obsolete infrastructure, and then we are dealing with a whole lot of issues of declining revenue, declining subscriber base, costs that is skyrocketing in the business. So that was one of the challenges, or I mean, a lot of the challenges that we have had to deal with. So in terms of taking these challenges headlong, we broke down our recovery plan into 4 phases. The phase number 1 is really the stabilization phase, and this is where we are looking at how do you keep the business going, how do you stabilize the business from a quality point of view, from a network stability point of view, from a cost management point of view, from an employee morale point of view. So those are the things that we've been doing in the last 6 months, and then we're trying to revamp our whole internal process. We're trying to look at quick wins, things that we can do in order to ensure that we keep the business as a going concern. So the second phase of the agenda, which is also handled in parallel because we basically don't have time in order to be able to sequence it as we would have loved to, is your modernization phase of the business. Now, in modernization, like I said earlier on, since Etisalat left, the business has not really had any significant investment in infrastructure. Because of that, a lot of the infrastructure that Etisalat put there is really the ones we are still using. And then a lot of them, as you would understand, they are quite old and then they require a refresh. So we're currently in the process of refreshing our radio network, our core network, our transmission infrastructure, our billing system, our charging system, even our ERP systems. It's like rebuilding the entire network from the scratch. This is exactly what we are poised to do. And as we understand, that costs a lot of money in order to be able to put all these things back in place, put in a service delivery platform that is more modern, that is more digital, that enables us to reposition ourselves as an innovative brand. All of these will cost money. And then the good news is that we have secured the commitment of our shareholders and the new investor in the business to secure the required amount of money that we need in order to be able to implement the overall modernization agenda for the business. So aside from modernization, we also need to deal with your overall transformation phase, as we call it, because it's one thing for you to have infrastructure that is modernized. It's another thing for you to have a rebuilding of the organization in terms of processes, in terms of reviewing of our product portfolio, and trying to make sure that we at least can be back in the market as that innovative business that everybody knows Etisalat to be back in the days. Our brand has taken a major hit, and then we basically repositioning the brand. So we're going to be doing a lot of brand refresh activities, a lot of visibility out there in 2025, so that we can at least compete in the market like we used to. So the 4th phase is the growth phase. Now, after you have stabilized, you have modernized, and then you have transformed from a point of view of processes improvement, from a point of view of overall product proposition that we want to have there in the market, from the point of view of our brand, from the point of view of our channel engagement, and from the point of view of our customer experience, from the point of view of our overall customer value proposition, we definitely going to pursue growth objectives. And then for us, growing is really about the only way out of the current situation we find ourselves. We need to recover our subscriber base. We need to recover our market position. And then we also need to grow our revenues because we have not been able to participate fully in the growth that the industry has experienced in the last 6-7 years because of the fact that there has not been a major investment in the business. But like I said, We have very committed shareholders, and then we've been able to secure the required investment in order for us to implement all these things, in order to make sure that the business can come back as a competing force in the market.